All right, we have our last story. So the plan for this story is to help you get it set up, and then I'm going to let you finish it by pausing the video and then checking your work with mine. Mrs. Duncan prepared 6 pies for a party. Her kids ate 1/3 of the pies. How many of the pies were eaten? So when I think about who's in the story and what do they have, we know that Mrs. Duncan has some pies. And our question is asking us, how many pies were eaten? So not all of the pies were eaten, only part of the pies were eaten. So how many pies did Mrs. Duncan prepare? She prepared 6 pies. She prepared 6 pies. So 6 is going to be our whole amount. Her kids ate some of the pies, not all of the pies, but they ate 1/3 of the pies. So they ate part of the whole. So when I write that out, I know that I'm looking for 1/3 of the total 6. So when I think about looking at my pies here, I want to think about dividing my pies into 3 groups because my denominator is 3. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my whole set of 6 and box it in. And then I'm going to cut it into 3 equal groups. If I cut it into 3 equal groups and I think about multiplication helping me relate this, I can say 3 times what will give me the total 6. And so that number is 2. So that means I need 2 pies in each group. So if I cut it here, there is 1/3 of the group. If I cut it here, I have 2/3 of the group. And this would be 3/3 of the group. We know that they didn't eat all the pies. They only ate 1/3 of the group. So I'm going to quickly shade 1/3. And that looks like 2 pies. So our answer is going to be 2 pies. Oh my goodness, boys and girls, I forgot my estimate. So let's go back and think about, is that a reasonable answer? Well, let's think backwards. If we want to think about a good estimate, we know that they couldn't have eaten more than 6 pies. So we know that our answer has to be less than 6. And when we're thinking about the fraction 1/3, we know that that's going to be, less than 3. So more than 1, but less than 3. So more than 1, but less than 3. Well, look at our answer. Our answer is 2 pies. So this makes good sense to me. Let's relate this to our multiplication equation. I tell you what, boys and girls, what I want you to do now is I want you to pause the video. I want you to write your multiplication equation, and then I want you to find your answer. Relate that to your number line and see what it is that you can do on your own. When you're done, unpause the video and check your work with mine. Try that now. All right, so hopefully you were able to write 1/3 of the group of 6 looks like this. And when we take our numerator times our numerator, we get 6. Our denominator times our denominator, we get 3. And 3 divided by the number, or 6 divided by the number 3 is the answer 2. So 2 pies is our answer, which is exactly what we got when we used our picture. When when we think about our number line, we want to think about, well, what is the total amount that we have? So we're going to go all the way to the number 6, and we're going to outline or acknowledge the set of 6. And just like we did with our picture, we want to think about how can we divide this group of 6 into 3 equal groups, because our denominator is 3. So if I cut this group of 6 into 3 equal groups, that means that I have 2 in each group. So this would be 1/3 of the group, this would be 2/3 of the group, and 3/3 of the group, just like my picture. And now I'm going to quickly shade in 1/3 of the group. So 1/3 of the group gets me to the number 2 on my number line, and the number 2 is exactly what I have here. Take this paper and turn it into your teacher so that she knows that you have completed the entire lesson.